Hello, everybody. It's the mystery talker. Ooh, mystery talker. Ooh. I can't sing anymore. Years of smoking. Blah, where went my lungs and my voice? Yeah, that's what happened to my voice, you guys. I used to have a way different voice. No, not really. I probably had the same voice. Ah, cat! Hi, Brady. Frady, my cat, just jumped up and walked right across my phone. It startled me. He doesn't care. He doesn't care I'm talking on the phone. He doesn't care what I do. It's like, just pet me, pet me. Quit looking at me, Blue. I don't want you stepping on the phone right now. And I got Ponce. She's laying right next to me. She's a calico. Frady is a beautiful, long haired black cat with kind of like vampire fang teeth because his face is so skinny for being such a big long cat. He's really pretty though, huh, Frady? Why do I call him Frady? Because when he was a baby, and still sometimes, he was very scared of everything, running around just afraid, so I called him Frady. And I called Ponce, who is a calico, very pretty. I named her Ponce, the feline, because she was a real explorer. She's also an excellent hunter, which I don't want her to be. I don't want her to kill any of my little animals out here. Though I've had some very strange experiences with the animals out here. I don't know if any of you guys have ever had this happen to you, but right outside on our back patio, we live on over 4.5 acres of woods. Got a long dirt road that's like going down in the forest on a logging road and trees on either side. And then you come around a corner and there's our house. Oops, Brady picked up my phone. I'll have to go and check that. I don't even know what I was looking at. But anyway, we have this beautiful property. And out my back deck are these couple of trees. One of them's quite round. I don't know how wide it is. I never measured it. Frady, get off my phone, buddy. Get your feet off of here. Anyway, I went out there and I was just standing there looking around at nature. Right now, you can probably hear the frogs are croaking out there by our pool. And this half a body fell down on me. And I'm like staring at it, and it looked like a big rat body. It had a long, weird tail that was like a pigtail but not curly. It just was weird pinkish kind of color, whitish pinkish. And it had these weird legs, and then it was just like the leg area, and then there was part of its spine sticking out, and the whole rest of him was gone. No head, no front legs or any of that. And it like scared the crap out of me, and I'm like calling my husband to come and help me. Help, help. Oh, what the hell is this? And he comes out there and he looks down and he goes, oh, that's a possum. And I go, that's a possum? And so then I had to go in and look up online what a possum was and what they eat and all that kind of stuff. And they are kind of ugly looking. But you know, when you start seeing them every night, they get kind of cute looking. You know, you want to pet them, but you're scared to. They got these big ass teeth that look like they're just gonna chomp the shit out of you. And actually, one of my possums did that to me a couple of weeks ago. I was just sitting here out in my patio. I have this little outdoor room, a gazebo that's made out of metal, and it's got a metal plastic roof, and it's got curtains and mosquito netting curtains too. So I can shut the mosquito nets, or I can shut the outside curtains to that and be real private in here. But I don't smoke in my house, I smoke outside. So I'll come sit out here, listen to the quiet, and play with my cats. I got quite a few cats. In fact, Angel's up on the table right over there, and she's another little calico, but she doesn't like any of the other cats. But she'll let me pet her, and I'll cover her up with a blanket at nighttime if it's cold out and pet her and kiss her goodnight. And Frady's now sitting right next to my phone here. All right, Frady. How you doing, buddy? You're a good kitty, aren't you? Yeah. You're a good boy. Oh, get your tail off my phone. Help. I'll move the phone again. Okay, we're moving over, guys. Watch this. You can't really see anything, but that's because I'm the mystery talker, remember? Anyway, 2 weeks ago, I was just sitting here minding my own business, and the possum just ran into the room, went under my table, and bit me on my right foot. And I'm like kicking my foot out, like, what the hell? Get away from me. And so when it went away, it kind of hurt, and so I had to look. And thankfully, my slippers saved my foot. It just kind of touched its tooth onto my foot and made a little bit of a mark, but didn't break the skin, so I didn't have to go get a rabies shot or any of that other kind of crap you got to do when you get bit by a wild animal. But apparently, the reason why half a possum dropped on me almost was because we had a big gray owl in that tree. I mean, he was huge. And so when I looked up in the tree later, after I came back outside, he was up there glaring down at me. And a couple of days later, I was outside here in my room, and I went out there and I looked up into the tree, and this was during the daytime, and he was up there looking at me, and I'm looking at him, and I'm thinking, wow, you're really pretty. You're pretty big, too. I really don't want you to eat my animals, and please don't take any of my cats or anything, but he turned around to fly away, and apparently when they fly away like that and they don't like you and he doesn't like me or she doesn't like me, I don't know what it is. I don't know how to look at the sex of an owl up above in a tree, so it's a mystery. But it shit all this white diarrhea crap at me, and thank God I jumped, you know, out of the way so it wouldn't get on me. But that was disgusting. It was like, thanks a lot, you know. What did I do to you? And I have the boldest squirrels too. I've been feeding them for years, and apparently their ancestors, no, not their ancestors, because that'd be before them, their offspring, they must tell them all about all the yummy food we have over there, over here, because they're here all the time, and they're really, really bold. In fact, I can put peanuts right next to me on my couch out here in my outdoor room, and they'll just come right up there and sit there and eat peanuts right next to me and look at me and everything, and I'll talk to them for a minute. My cats have tried for years to get the squirrels, and they gave up now. In fact, the squirrels will walk right past the cats and stand right next to them and everything because they don't give a shit. It's like, I know you can't do nothing to me, but then at the same time, I think I'm overfeeding my squirrels and they're getting kind of chubby. I got some pretty little pudgy little squirrels, and they're getting it's getting harder to get up the tree a little bit because they're kind of overweight. But I have one that likes to take two peanuts at a time. I got this other one that fights with it, and it comes and runs in and grabs one peanut at a time. And wherever I move the peanuts, they're now searching the room for the peanuts, so I can put them under chair cushions or stick them in a bucket, and they'll jump inside the bucket and get the peanuts. And like I said, all my cats are now just sitting around staring at them because they gave up trying to get them. They've tried for years and they just can't seem to catch those squirrels, so it's now like they made peace with them. It's like, okay, here you come. You're going to eat some food and you're going to stare me in the face and eat your peanut in front of me, and I know I can't do nothing about it. I do want to eat you. I do want to catch you. You don't know how many times I've run around this yard chasing my cats. They got a little bird in their mouth or a tiny rabbit or something, and I really don't want them to eat any of that stuff, so I'm chasing them down. When I get a hold of it, I'm trying to save its life. I feel like one of those outdoor wildlife vets trying to retrieve birds and save them, and a little bird mouth to mouth or whatever, beak to mouth, trying to save the poor little things. I haven't had to do that yet, so don't be laughing. I didn't suck a beak or blow down a beak or anything with any air. But I would try if I needed to, I guess. I don't know. Hey, oh, God. Maybe I would. I don't know. I haven't gotten to that point because they're either like dead already or they're okay but stunned, and I gotta put them in a little box and run around the yard chasing my cats away so I can put them someplace where they can rest and finally get their ability to fly again and get the hell out of here. I also have blue jays. If anybody knows blue jays, they're beautiful, just beautiful blue birds, just gorgeous, but assholes. I mean, they're just squawking all the time, and they're stealing all the food, and they're mean to all the other birds, and they can be just real peckerheads. Oh, I also have woodpeckers. And my God, if you've never seen a woodpecker up close, peck a tree, the sound is amazing. And you can't believe how much wood is flying at the same time you're watching their head just pounding the shit out of the tree trunk. And I read about it because I was trying to figure out how the hell do they keep from having a headache just forever, and just their head should be killing them and their beak should be sore. The way they're pounding on it and the wood's just flying out like plugs. But they have this weird tongue thing. No, not tongue thing, tongue. And it protects their head. It seems to cushion the brain as they're pounding the heck out of the wood. I am really happy I'm not a woodpecker. I mean, that that just looks like it just should kill you. It's it's no fun, I think, to be a woodpecker. But they sure do like our trees out here. I also read they only go after the diseased trees, so either that's true or they are just not picky and they'll go for any tree. I have a bunch of raccoons, and my God, they like to fight with each other. There's some that live out in the back here, some that live in the front, some that live on the side of the house, and we got feeding stations for them. And I also leave food scraps for them when I dump stuff, leftover grapes and fruit and noodles and all sorts of stuff. Some things they don't care for, so I see they don't like that. I don't put that out again. It's a waste. We have deer in our yard. We have like 3 to 4 that come over all the time. We got a couple of bucks, young bucks right now that got their velvet, and they're very cute. And my granddaughter just loves seeing them. We have all sorts of different kind of birds, hummingbirds, little finches, and the blue jays. I had a pair of doves for years, and I don't know what happened to them. They used to come every year, and they were beautiful. They coo a lot, you know. He's cooing at her, she's cooing at him. Coo, 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 coo. They're cooing. But they're gone. Um, my one cat likes snakes, and I hate to see him kill the little garter snakes. I really don't like snakes, but, and I'll scream when I see a snake. I mean, really scream. But they're good for your garden, good for your yard, and I don't want them to kill them, so I hate when I find a little dead snake around here. We got a couple of giant ant piles out in the woods. Oh my God, ants make a giant pile. When you got pine needles like we do, they make these giant nests out of them. And I've been pouring uh, club soda down there. It's I read it cuts off their oxygen, and then they can't breathe in there, and then they leave the nest. So far, that hasn't happened yet, so I need to buy some more club soda or maybe mix it with some vodka and something poured down there. Maybe they need to get drunk and out of breath before they'll leave. I'm not quite sure. But they're gross. And if you get near them, there's 8 million trillion billion ants all over the place. And my husband was going to take the tractor to them, but I said, no, don't do that, because the minute you scoop them in the bucket, they'll be all over you. And God, they bite and they hurt, and you smacking at them, and you look like a dancing, screaming, in pain person. Ah! it hurts. Help, 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 help. I say that pretty good, don't I? Help, 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 help. Help me, help me, help me. And what else? I love the quiet. I love it out here when I just hear nature making their sounds and I can catch my breath and I can think again and look at my phone and look up like shopping sometimes. I read the news. I talk to you guys apparently now. It's a new thing. My mother died a couple of weeks ago and I just feel kind of sad, but at the same time I feel sad. I also want to be happy, so I'm trying to laugh, and so that's why I'm talking to everybody. I started out wanting to make my niece laugh because we used to have so much fun together. And then we didn't see each other for a long time. Had a bad fallout that we made up for recently, and I'm so grateful. So happy about it. I just love talking to her. She's funny, she's smart, she's sweet, she's in love with God and following the right path now, and I scared the crap out of her when she was praying to him the other night because I didn't know her holding the bowl and talking to the corner of the kitchen when I was watching meant that she was praying. I thought she was talking to my brother or my other brother. So I'm watching her in a chair in the living room, and I just keep watching for a while, and she's holding that bowl out and she's just talking away. I didn't even notice her eyes were closed. And then all of a sudden I go, "Julie?" And she goes, "Ah!" And about threw her bowl in the air. And I'm like, "I was worried about you. I thought I thought the change was happening to you because mental illness runs in our family, and I thought it finally hit her and I was scared to death. But no, she told me she was praying. I went, "Oh, I'm sorry I interrupted you. I'm really glad you were praying because I really thought you were going downhill fast and I was going to have to get a doctor for you. So I'm glad you're okay." And she's going to be hearing this, so she'll laugh about it because she was the one that almost threw the bowl in the air, and I'm the one that was watching her thinking she was talking to somebody in the corner of the kitchen that I couldn't see. And I didn't know who it was. So I just started peeking around and was looking to see who it was. She also has a cool brother named Sam, and he used to work at the Mariners Stadium, and we'd go down there and get a hot dog and a big pop, and he was so nice to us down there, and I was really sad when he quit working there because it's really cool to have a relative at a concession stand at a professional sports team because you feel like you know somebody. "Oh, I have, my family works here. Yeah, this is cool." And I really enjoyed watching the games. I went to the Seahawks one time, spent a lot of money to get tickets, like $1,300, and they made me feel like a criminal. You can't even bring a purse in. You have to bring some little clear plastic thing that if a poor woman's on her period, she gets to have her tampons exposed for the guards and everybody's looking at you. And we parked in the wrong spot, so we were in the VIP section and we shouldn't have been. And so then we had to stand around, and then I had my purse, and I found out I couldn't have my purse. Well, my husband had to run all the way to the car and put it in the car. And then they took us through this whole zigzagged, I don't know where the hell we were, kind of way to get to our seats. So I don't even know how we got there because I'm just following her, and I'm really upset because I felt like a criminal, and I brought my purse and I had to put it in the car and didn't have anything with me now, no money and anything. And then they take us to our seats, and I thought I bought these really good seats. Well, I bought them one up from a second tier, and this guy that was 6'4", really big, and his son had the seats in front of us, and I couldn't see any of the game because they were standing up the whole game. It was November, it was cold as hell, I was freezing to death, even though I bought a blanket with me. I brought a blanket with me, a Pendleton blanket, but it was cold. My husband and I were shivering. We couldn't see the game, so I'm watching it to the left on TV, and the whole time I'm thinking, I just wasted $1,300 to go see a Seahawks game that I didn't get to see, that I'm miserable cold, I'm having a lousy time, It started off wrong, and it only cost me $80 per person to go to the Mariners in the summer when it's sunny. They got really delicious food. We know our way around. The bathrooms are really close. All the people that work there, the security, the people that work at the gates, tickets, all that stuff, they're just wonderful. And I really enjoy that. Even though it's baseball's not my favorite thing, I actually enjoy watching it, and just the whole singing the songs and stomping our feet and standing up and doing stupid little waves or calling out some baseball guy's name, you know, Ken Griffey or the tree dude from Canada that they were growing a tree in the corner of the field. I can't remember his name. I don't think it might be oak or maple, or maybe it's not even the tree name. I can't remember the guy's name. Somebody knows it now. Somebody's probably listening going, "Oh, I know who you're talking about." And the guy, if he ever listens to it, he goes, "I know who you're talking about, and you can't even get my name right." Well, sorry. I guess it really didn't mean that much to me or something. I'm sorry, tree guy. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. Um, but I do like the food at the Mariners. I want to go see a hockey game too, but having that puck fly in your face scares the shit out of you when you're right next to the plexiglass. And all you're thinking about is this is just plastic, so it's going to crack and this thing's going to hit me in the head and I'm going to have a concussion and I'm going to end up being in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. I'll try to sue them and I won't get any money, and then I'll have to be poor and sad and depressed and unhappy that I went to the hockey game. So I'll have to be careful and maybe sit back farther so the puck doesn't hit me. Because when a puck hits you, it wouldn't be fun. That would be ow, ow, ow. You know how that goes. The ow, 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 that really hurts. Help me, help me, help me. I'm dying. Oh, I'm tired. I'm tired. I enjoy these. I guess it's a way for me to get shit out of me. I don't know if it's helping you any, but it's helping me. Well, if you listen to it, maybe you're thinking, hey, that was enjoyable, and she had some interesting things to say, or you like my voice, or you don't know what I'm going to say, so it's interesting to keep hearing it and find out what the next stupid little thing I'm going to say is or something. And sometimes I'm trying to be funny, sometimes I'm not trying. I'm just me. But you don't know, do you? You don't know if what I'm saying or doing is really me, or if it's a pretend me. I could be the mystery talker and I have a whole script, though I'd have to be reading at the same time. And we had a talk about that the other night, about I'm not really good at reading and doing the other things at the same time. So I could be just ad-libbing this, right? Do you think I'm ad-libbing, or do you think I'm reading from a script? Do you think I'm making it up on the spot, or I had an idea what I was going to say? Or do you think this is all just I'm some actor or actress? I'd want to be an actress. And I'm practicing on you guys because I'm going to send these to some studio and say, hire me. I want to be a star. Just like Judy Garland. Just like not Barbara Streisand. Yeah, Barbara Streisand. Yeah, Barbara Streisand. She did it again, that movie. And then the last one had Lady Gaga in it. And so, I too could be A Star is Born, or A Star is Heard, or a star was just walking by and happened to get noticed. I don't know. Do you? I wish I could hear some of you guys talking. Maybe you could reply. Maybe you could say hi. Hi. Hi, it was so nice to hear from you again. I just enjoy your little chats. You just brighten my day. You're so cheerful and happy. Don't you like the way I say happy? Happy, happy, happy. We could have Chinese food. I love all sorts of food. My husband's a picky eater. He hasn't met too many vegetables he likes. And so if all the vegetables are screaming, he wouldn't care. He wouldn't care if they were screaming and crying at him because he ain't eating them anyway. He'd say, shut the crap up. Shut the fuck up. I don't care that you're crying. I'm not eating your ass. I don't know what your problem is, so go away. Me, I'd be looking at some of them with a lot of love in my eyes, going, wow, you look delicious. Why don't you come closer? I'd like to talk to you. Here, come over closer. I want to whisper something in your cauliflower ear. Ooh. Hey, Gouda, come over here. You see this cauliflower over here? You want to just wrap yourself around him while I nibble on his ear? 'Cause he's yummy. He's delicious. He's the best cheesy cauliflower I ever had in my whole life. And of course, you guys are wondering why I always talk about food so wonderfully. Because it tastes good. It tastes like more when it's delicious. It's like as you get older, you don't have all the same thrills you had when you were younger, right? When you're younger, you're controlled by your crotch. Your crotch is controlling you. You're running around all the time. I need to get laid. Oh God, I need a woman, or I need a man. I need to do it right now. I need to do it every day, every minute of the day. And when you get older, I'm sorry, but you did that for years and years and years and years and years and years, and food tastes better. And you can sit down with a plate of food and watch a movie and have a good evening. I know I talk about TV a lot. It's not like I'm always watching it. It's just background noise. So I use it because when I used to live alone, I didn't like just sitting in the quiet all the time in my house and thinking somebody might be breaking in. So at least when the TV's on, it's other voices and people are talking and laughing and loving and living. And I can look up when I want to, but I can be reading a book or playing games on my phone or being on my laptop or petting my cats or actually doing some housework. Of course, I don't talk too much about housework. It's not like I love it. We already talked about that. I didn't like work. If I could be really rich and have people waiting on me after I get used to them waiting on me, I'd still be nice to them. I'd still be polite. I'd ask them nicely to go get me a cup of tea or cocoa or uh, chocolate milk. I'm 65 and I still love chocolate milk. I love milk. I don't drink alcohol. I'm a lousy alcoholic. I can't hold my liquor. I turn into rubber and start sliding down furniture. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know where I'm going. And I get sicker than a dog for a week after. And so that is like not fun. Like, woohoo, what a good time that was. Not. And I don't do it. It doesn't mean I don't have any other bad vices. And that's none of your business. But I'm not a drinker. I don't even like the taste. It makes me go. My whole face turns sour. Tastes like crap. I don't like NyQuil either. That tastes like crap. And I don't put crap in my mouth. That's not a taste I enjoy. I don't like bitter either. Things that are bitter or taste awful, taste yucky. It's like, who wants to put that in their mouth? And so I'd rather put something that's sweet or salty or sour. I like sour stuff. I like pickles. I like pickled stuff. But I don't like bitter stuff because it's bitter. And bitter is not tasty. But yes, I do love good food. I would love to have a private chef. I'd love to have like any of the TV chefs come on over here and cook me a meal. Hey, I'm willing to try some strange food as long as it's not eyeballs and it's not intestines or private parts. I'm not eating some animal's dick or asshole, or I'm not eating his eyeballs or its lips or its tongue or its ears, but I'll eat the arms or the legs or the buttocks, I guess. I'm a selective I'm a selective carnivore. When they bring me fish at the table, it better not have a head on it. I'm not having my food stare at me while I'm trying to eat it. I don't care if they're dead eyeballs or live eyeballs. I don't want any eyeballs on my plate. I don't know where they said you were supposed to eat eyeballs anyway. There wasn't no food dictionary that said eyeballs are delicious and they're really good in a stew or sauteed, or do they pop when you cook them? I'm not quite sure, and I'm not going to find out. I also prefer my food not to be alive when it comes to me because it cries, and it's terrible when you're trying to kill it, and I don't want to kill it, but I do want to eat it. So I guess I'm a hypocrite because I want to eat it, but I don't want to kill it, and I don't want to see it cry. But if it's not in an animal looking form when it comes to me, and it looks like a steak or a chicken leg or a pork chop or something, then I do like it. And then I feel guilty that I like it because you guys are thinking, if you're a vegetarian, how could she eat that? But it's very tasty when it's cooked right. And I guess I'm evil for liking it, I guess, but I can't help myself. It's delicious. Have you tried it barbecued? Oh my God, barbecue is to die for. It's just delicious. Barbecue's wonderful. It smells good. When you're cooking it, it smells good. When it's just in the house, the whole house smells like barbecue. And I'm trying to be a good barbecuist or barbecuer or whatever you call them when they're barbecuey people. I like to start my charcoal and put my wood pieces in there and get that smoke going, and then hang my ribs, my pork ribs, or I really want to get a hold of some of those big beef ribs. Or in Australia, I saw a picture of these. They almost looked like a beef short rib, and they were so much meat, and they had put them in a sous vide machine or whatever they're called, where they vacuum seal them and put them in water and cook them for like 30 hours or something, and then they put them on the barbecue for 10, and that meat looked like I would just be in heaven eating it. It just looked so yummy, and I'm sorry, but it looked wonderful. And I like a good vegetable, but I also think the vegetables need to come with some meat by them because I like to eat the meat and vegetables together. A balanced meal. And some bread and a glass of milk. And I also drink some water. We have very good water here. We're on a well. So it's yummy. Well, I've been talking your ear off again. I need to stop. Stop, stop, stop. And say good night. So, good night, everybody. This is me, the mystery talker, saying have a good evening, have a good day, have a good life, have a good meal, have a good laugh. Ha ha ha. Just have a good time. Remember, no mean people. We're nice. We're all nice. All of us. And we're not going to be bad. Remember, bad is bad. Bad is really bad. No bad. No mean. Just happy. Just happy little people, or happy big people, or happy semi big people, or happy semi small people. Any size people's welcome. Good night. Have a good night. Bye bye.